Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vaping Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Tonight I have a review for you for the Dovpo Executive 5 kit. This was sent on to me by direct from Dovpo. Rex got in touch with me through Facebook. Thank you, Rex. And asked me if I could review this kit for him. Now, the kit is a collaboration of two devices that Dovpo sells separately, which is the Executive 5 device, temperature control device, and their new sub-ohm tank called the Harvest tank. Now, I've been playing around with this for a few days, and it's pretty decent. I'm not, it is really pretty decent. We'll go through each on. I've set it up and got sort of like vaping away. But what we'll do is we'll dive. What I'll do is I'll tell you where you may be able to get this from at the moment. And I know John Bold of boldvape.co.uk is in the process of ordering these in. If anybody would like one, I'm not sure on pricings. They're not going to be overly expensive at all. That's from my knowledge of it. And what it is that you get is in the kit you get a sub-ohm tank, which is called the Harvest tank. You get the Executive 5 mod, temperature control mod, and you also get a USB cable, one normal Canthal 0.5 ohm coil, one 0.2 ohm nickel coil, one English user manual, and a gift box. The gift box meaning this. And what we'll do now is we'll go straight down for close-ups and have a look at this, what the package consists of, etc. We'll set it up on close-up, and then we'll come back up, have a vape on it, and I'll rate it and everything. So I'll see you down for the close-ups, guys. Right, guys, here we are close-up with the Dovpo Executive kit. This is the box it comes in. Not much on the box really, apart from there's a check security code, scratch and sniff type thing. Let me just get out of. There we go. And little warning on the back there, etc. And QR code. So what we'll do is we'll open up the box. And in the box you get a user manual, which is quite in depth actually. Some pictures in there as well. So it's just quite a decent user manual. And also on the Harvest tank as well, because it's two manuals in one. One of these quality control certificates. You get the device with a skin, as you can see. You get the Harvest tank, sub-ohm tank with it. USB cable for charging. Spare coil. There's one installed in the tank, which is the 0.2 ohm nickel coil. Then you get a 0.5 ohm, which this one is. We'll look at the coils in a sec as well. A white disc. I'll show you what that's for in a second. And then 4 spare, just show you, O-rings for the top of the Harvest sub-ohm tank, because it's top filler. So what we'll do is, well, we don't need them. We don't need that Canthal coil. We need the white disc. So we'll get the white disc out of the bag. If we can open the bag, that is. There we go. Right, just get that white disc out and put that to one side. We don't need the charge cable at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll run through the sub-ohm tank first, and we will show you the sub-ohm tank first. So let's go into some focus on this sub-ohm tank. There we go. And it's a very, very nice sub-ohm tank as well. Very nice. Let's just zoom out a little bit. That's better. And it has a really nice sub-ohm tank. What we've got is a 316 stainless steel tank with a airflow on the drip tip, top fill. It also holds, in millilitres, 5 ml juice capacity. It is a size of 22 ml diameter by 72 millimeters high, and it is made of 304 grade stainless steel and Pyrex glass. It has 2 airflow holes either side, are Cyclops ones. Normal, it has a super convenient, ease of use fill directly from the top, which we'll show you now. So, drip tip. Nice stainless steel drip tip. The difference with this drip tip is it doesn't have a Cyclops style hole. It has 3 individual holes, so you could tailor it to whatever you like. You could have just the one hole open in the drip tip if you feel that way inclined. It is quite a decent bore on the drip tip. It's about 7 mil it goes down to at the bottom, and at the top it's around about 11 mil. So it's 11 down to 7 at the bottom there, as you can see. That's the drip tip. We'll stick that back on for a second, because what you do is you see these little notches in the top of the tank. They aid you to get this top cap off, and that's just a flat piece, flat milled piece there, and underneath you get 2 filling holes. One's for let the air out, one's for filling. I've had no trouble getting glass droppers in here and all sorts, and these O-rings are there for seal when you screw the top cap back on, and you get 4 spare of them black O-rings as well. And let's just unscrew it. So you unscrew it like that, and that is your fully complete tank section. So if you break it, it comes as part of the tank. So there's Dovpo etching on it, and Harvest tank etching on the bottom, and nothing on the other side. Really nicely made tank as well, really nicely made. We'll take the nickel coil out for a second. Then on the base, flush, it's got like a silver plated 510 contact with insulator inside, some nailing on the bottom to aid with unscrewing this base, and then we have a very nice airflow on here. And if you look, it's the airflow underneath the airflow ring itself is bigger for some reason, because I'm turning it now and it's still open, and then it starts there. So the airflow hole underneath this ring is bigger than the actual ring itself, slightly. So you can close it off to whatever size you like. There's no clicks on here or indents. Whatever's it's closed off that side is closed off that side also. And the airflow holes are roughly they're 2 mil wide, 2 mil deep, sorry, this way, and roughly about 10 mil long that way. Excuse me. It's right, I'm getting over the cold, so excuse the coughing and spluttering. So you got a translucent O-ring on the bottom here, so don't lose that when you wash it out, as you can see inside there. And then you've got your coils here. Now these coils are, this Ni200 coil I've been using is very, very good. Let's get a bit more of a close-up on it. There we go. Very big writing on here as well. Ni200. There we go. 0.2 ohms, 15 watts to 60 watts. Don't know why they put a wattage range on there, to be honest, because it's a temperature control coil. But there you go. Nice big wicking holes, 2 of them either side, and it's had no problems with wicking my 70/30 juice at all. Biggish airflow on the bottom, but I find it quite airy, even though them holes are not the biggest I've seen on a temperature control or a sub ohm coil. It's not tight at all, and it looks as though it's going to be a tight draw, but it's not that tight, to be honest. And there's no different colour O-rings on the Canthal coil. The only difference being, it'll say on the Canthal coil, it just says 0.5 ohms, 15 to 60 watts on the 0.5 ohm Canthal. So the only thing that denotes it being a nickel is the big etched NI200 lettering on there. So then that's the coil inside, guys. This has been used as well, and it's still pretty clean in there. Japanese cotton. So what we do is we screw the coil into the base like so. Screw the base onto the tank section like so, and then we fill the tank up. And let's fill it up. Well, I'll fill it up when we go up, and then you fill it up with one of these holes, and then you put your top cap on, and there's your Dovpo harvest tank. And I've really enjoyed the tank, guys. This will be available. You can buy this as a separate piece on its own, should I say. You don't have to buy it with the kit. It is sold separately from Dovpo, but really, really good, really, really nice airflow system on it. Not slack and not overly tight, but won't move around. Really good. Really impressed, actually. So that's the harvest tank, sub ohm tank, guys. Now onto the mod. This is how the mod comes with a skin on. You can just about make out Dovpo is written on it here, like an embossing. And let me just take the skin off. It's a very thin skin, which is, you can just either pull it off like that, and then grab the bottom, and then, or you can just peel it off. It's really, really thin, but fits well. That comes attached to the device, and you've got little plus and minus there, and a little power symbol there, but fits really well to the device. That comes on the device out of the box. Now what we have here is the Dovpo 5 Executive. Now, according to the specs on this, it has a let's just put that there, 2 seconds. It has a rubbery feel to it, a really nice feel to it. It has a spring-loaded 510. This looks to me like a stainless steel 510 threading. It looks silver plated. I don't know if that's stainless or silver plated 510 connector in there. And then we have this little airflow slot here for any atomizer that needs airflow. Very few nowadays. It has 4 screws in. I would have preferred it to have been a solid device, considering that it takes an 18650 solid around here, should I say. But obviously that's where they place their chip and screen and stuff in. But it's really nicely put together, real nice feel to it. It says Executive 5 on it and a little moniker. As you go round, we have the fire button and the up and down buttons, and they sit pretty flush to the device. It has a USB charge port, but with it having a removable 18650, I would charge it in an external charger myself personally. and it has this rubbery finish to it, similar to a Vapor Shark, and it's really nice feel. And for me, the skin it comes with, I've not been using it, to be honest. There's your battery cap, and then they give you a plastic disc. This is like a gunmetal finish, so you don't scratch your battery cap up, which is a nice touch. Once you start it off, you can unscrew it like that. The threading on it is really nice, really good, and it's just a flat piece like that. That's all. And then really nice and neat and clean inside there, as you can see. And then I'm going to put just an EFS purple in there, 3100 milliamp. It goes in positive first, negative at the bottom. Screw your, so as you can see, it goes on dead easy. You can screw it with your, you don't need the disc until the last bit. So you screw it on with your fingers, and you pick your disc back up, and then just give it a little bit of a tweak. That's all you need. And then there's your battery venting holes there as well on the battery cap. It doesn't sit, the battery cap doesn't sit with some batteries quite flush with the device, as you can see. But I have no problems with it moving or anything like that. It doesn't feel as though it's going to fall over at all, but it doesn't sit quite flush. Dovpo on the side there, and then if I can show you the screen, because it's one of them screens that is reflective. So let's turn it on. It comes on. It says it's 5 clicks to turn it on, but I've just pressed it once and it comes on, and sometimes it doesn't come on like so. So if you have an hard time seeing this screen, guys, I'm awfully sorry, because it is a bugger. It's just so reflective. But the screen is pretty nice to look at when you're looking at it yourself. It's just that I'm getting a lot of glare back off my lights here. I've tried to turn my lights down a little bit. So we have a wattage adjustment. We have a battery symbol here. Let me just get my little needle. So we have a wattage adjustment here, ohms at the top, temperature at the bottom, and a battery symbol here. These are that's your fire button here, and then you have the up and down buttons here. So as you can see, it's saying check atomizer because there's nothing attached. So I will just attach something that I have lying around here at the moment, which I have my Star Pro. Let's attach the correct tank that it comes with, because it's the temperature control coil in here anyway. So even though the tank is empty, as you see, it reads. Just unscrew it. Sorry about this, guys. Check atomizer. As you screw this tank on, it reads the coil straight away, and it says new coil on, same down. That's a little fault on the chip, I think. It should say new coil up, same coil down. So that's your up button, that's your down button. So as you fire it again, it'll ask again. So you press the up button, and it's reading 0.19 ohms. This is a 0.20 ohm nickel coil in here. It's set at 460 degrees Fahrenheit. but it works similar. The menu system works, what the bit of menu system there is, it works similar to a Vapor Shark, DNA, Evolve DNA 40. And you press it and it regulates. There's hardly any, as you can see, it's regulating down. I'm not going to do a cotton burn test on this, guys. It does work. It does regulate down. There you go. Look, temp protect's kicking in now because the core's getting drier and drier because there's nothing in the tank. As you can see, temperature protect kicking in. So what we do is you have to put it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-click lock mode, and then you hold these two buttons and you hold them to change the temperature. Then now you can change your temperature from 600 degrees Fahrenheit. You can turn it off. You have to come back down again and press and hold it. It will scroll all the way down to, so it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it changes to centigrade. So you can have it, if you're a centigrade type of person, you can have it in centigrade even. But I like it in Fahrenheit. It still shows you your wattage adjustment at the side there, but that's not changeable. If you go up to off, you can't click any further up. You have to go straight back down again from 300 until it reaches the base centigrade, which is 100. Then it changes to Fahrenheit again. So there is a round robin there, but not the way you would think. So 470 degrees Fahrenheit, 480 degrees Fahrenheit. I like my temperature control that. And whilst we're in 5-click lock mode, we can also do the hold the fire button and the top button, and it goes from right mode to left mode. So flick the screen. So we'll change that back again by holding the top button and the fire button together, and back into right mode. And then if we hold the bottom button and the fire button together, press them both together, it's normal mode, and then stealth mode. In stealth mode, when you start firing, nothing happens on the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put it into lock mode, take it back into normal mode, and there we go. So that's it, guys. And then you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you're in temperature mode like we are now, it's 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 0.19 ohms coil, 44.1 watts. This goes up, this device does, guys, to 60 watts. Sorry, 50 watts. Excuse me. And all the way back down to, it does scroll quicker as you go, as you press and hold it, but not overly quick, which I like. I like it when it doesn't go too quick, because I think some of them go really too quick. All the way down to 1 watt. So it's a 1 watt to 50 watt device. I'll speak about the specifications as we go up, as we rate it when we come away from the close-ups. So that's it, guys. Let's just zoom back out into normal focus, and it's a really good device. For the money it's going to be, it's a really nice looking device. Kit setup with the temp control coils as well. So what we'll do is we'll go up now, guys, and we'll have a vape on it and talk about it and rate it. So we'll see you up at the top. Hi guys, welcome back up to the top. Filled it up now. Sorry I couldn't, I was like sort of like going to fill it up on close up on camera, but I thought I'll fill it up when I go back up. But it's a pretty simple device to use. Like I say, it's like the Vapor Shark. It's got the DNA 40 type use menu system in it. I'm trying to cut the length of my videos down as well slightly, but you know, top fill's top fill at the end of the day. And what I've done is I've filled it up with some of Matty Cook's Jupiter's Cloud Infinity, which is a 7030 VGPG. I've got the 0.2 ohm. That's what it's showing up as now. I've taken the tank off, put it back on again. It's showing up as 0.2 ohm now. It's not 0.19. I've got it set at 480 degrees Fahrenheit and 44 watts. Now, let me just give you some specs like I promised, guys. It has an operating voltage of 3.2 volts through to 4.2 volts, maximum output current of 23 amps, output wattage from 1 watt to 50 watts. It has a nickel coil working resistance range of 0.1 ohms to 1 ohm. And the temperature control range, like I said, is 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. It has in centigrade, that's 100 degrees C to 300 degrees C. And obviously, when you're attaching the nickel coils, please make sure that your nickel coil is at room temperature before you accept it as a new coil. If you take it off, fill it up, put it back on again straight away, and it asks you for new coil, just click same down. So click the down button instead, else you'll be registering a warm nickel coil, which won't be good. It also, in cancel mode, it has a range of 0.1 ohm to 3 ohms. When the battery is too weak in here, it will regulate down to the desired wattage to optimize the power at a certain level. It has loads of protection built in it. It has short circuit protection, low voltage protection, overheat protection, battery reversal protection. So if you put your battery the wrong way, it won't fry the chip. It has an overtime vaping warning. It has if you power it off, it remembers your settings. It uses one single 18650 battery, and the charger required is a DC 5 volt 800 milliamp. Charging time, if you charge the battery up by this, is 3 to 5 hours. So that's the whole specs on the mod itself, guys. I gave you the specs on the harvest tank, and I think the harvest tank is a really good sub-ohm tank, mate, boys and girls. And I just do. And the coil, both the coils have been working superb, and some superb flavour. And the nickel coil especially is one of the best nickel coils I've used, pre-built ones that is. It is really good, and I will take a vape on it now. That's a nickel coil, guys. What I do with nickel coils as well, I have the airflow. I only have the airflow half open with nickel coils, so I can draw a bit more liquid into the coils, because with the airflow wide open, nickel coils tend to not wick as good, because the regulation involved with sensing the coil going drier. So I tend to have the airflow slightly tighter. The flavour is really, really nice. I can't get over how good these coils are in this harvest tank. As you can see, it's stealthy. You know, it's one of them you can put in your pocket. It's not light. It's about vape. It's pretty heavy. It's not heavy. It's not dead heavy, like, you know. It's pretty heavy. Some serious clouds there for a nickel coil, and some serious flavour. And Dovpo have hit the nail on the head with these nickel coils. They are exceptionally good. And you know, I've vaped excuse me, I've vaped a lot of nickel coils through reviewing, etc. and these are up there with the best. This in fact, I would say this is the best nickel coil I've used so far to date, pre-built coil. It is on a par with the Magnus coils, the Magnus nickel coil that I've just recently tried, and the vapor and flavour from this coil on this device, and putting it on my Snow Wolf and etc. I've put the harvest tank on my Snow Wolf because obviously you can buy this tank separately. It's hard to get through on review how when with what I've tried as a reviewer and a vapor that how good these are. Even with the airflow fully open, half open, it's like it's a nice lung hit airy draw. You can feel the yourself having a pull of the tank. Battery life again with single 18650 in the main for me has been pretty poor on some devices. On this, I think with it being a 50 watt mod, it's lasts a lot longer. I'm getting pretty much near enough a full day vaping this, not chain vaping it, but you know, sort of vaping it. I've tested it out and I'm virtually getting the full day through to the night time, and then as it comes to sort of night time, then I'm having to put it on charge, which is pretty good for a TC device, and that's running it at 480 degrees Fahrenheit, that is though. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic vape. The surface treatment is a treatment that I like as well. I haven't got any scratches on the top where the atomizer has been. It's a really good solid rubber paint finish on it. Let me just zoom in for you. As you can see, there's no marks on there at all, just a bit of dust, etc. It's a bit of liquid and that, but no marks on there at all. And it's a really nice device, guys. A real good kit for someone who could I recommend it to? People that want to try temperature control for a kickoff. But I would advise people to definitely John Bold at Bold Vapors getting these in, and I would advise anybody who has tried temperature control or wants to try a other sub tank to try this out. It is really good. The top fill's dead good as well. How you can top fill it. It's got a really thin top cap that you just unscrew. It unscrews. It doesn't stick or anything like that. The drip tip has airflow on it as well if we wanted to. I had one airflow hole open on the drip tip there. Let's just close it off to 0. See, it's asking for new coil on. That's the only negative for me. It should say new coil up. I'll show you now again. So it should say up, not on. There you go. And the flavour is fantastic. The flavour is fantastic. Really good. Some of these pre-built cores at the moment from these big major manufacturers, and I'll mention names, Kanga and the Aspire Triton coils especially, they have gone proper shit at the moment, and I mean proper crap. And it's good that I can have and try a coil from a not so big a manufacturer, Dovpo, and I'm getting the flavour and the vapour I'm getting from these far outweigh the Kanga coils and the Aspire Triton coils, the big players on the market. And I've always been a Kanga fan, only up until recently. And I've got a Triton here, but I use different coils. I don't even use Aspire made coils in my Triton tank. I use a Magnus coil, or I use a Heracles coil in there, because the Triton coils are shockingly poor. The new Kanga vertical coils, shockingly poor, including the NI200. So really good work, Dovpo. Really good work on this. It's a really good bit of kit, and I'll highly recommend it. The only negative I've come across is when it asks for new coil on instead of new coil up. That's the only negative I've got with it. So guys, thanks for watching the review. If you've got any comments about the video at all, leave them under the video on YouTube. I'm also admin on the Approved Vapors Facebook group, coming up to 3,800 odd members. Big thanks to all the members on the Approved Vapors group. Also a big thank you to all the admin team, and inclusive of John Bowl, Kieran Bowl, Stephen Bradley, Stephen Donaghy. Best wishes, Stephen Donaghy, mate, on your sad news today. Alex Max, who was a previous admin on there. Thank you, Alex, for all you did for the group. Also, Chris, Alex, Lane, Leonard, and also the new admin, Ian Oldham. I think I've mentioned everybody. If I haven't, I apologise. But thank you again, guys, for everything that you do, and I'll see you in my next review. Thank you.